Good evening. I hope everyone had a wonderful Friday. I read a statement that said, decide what kind of life you actually want, then say no to everything that isn't that. We should definitely make sure we do that. We have to realize people will try and stop us from doing what's best for us. We have to learn to say no to anything that doesn't align with what is best for our life. Let's remember, people always have opinions about us, but we shouldn't let their opinions affect our life. I'm not saying to not listen to good advice, but when you are starting to do something for God and His kingdom, the devil will send people that are sometimes your relatives and others that you care about to try and stop you from doing God's work. So we have to make sure and remember not to listen to anyone when we know it's from God. I had people try and stop me when I was opening the store by putting doubt in my head, and then doubt started setting in. But I knew God wanted me to, and I knew the consequences I would face, like being extremely broke and everything else. But I knew God would provide for me, and God loves for us to have faith. Do you realize if I would have let those people stop me, and if I would have listened to the lies whispered in my ear, it would have only hurt me? I wouldn't have built that much needed relationship with Jesus, and I wouldn't have a beautiful, comfortable Christian space for people to go to relax and feel like they're at home. Do you know how many people I've been able to grow a relationship with because of that adorable space God blessed me with? Do you know the great prayers and amazing conversations I was able to have with people because they just needed someone to tell them there's hope? Do you realize people want to have people that are light in this world, and some people actually need it because they don't have any light at home or anywhere else? That's why we have to remember to not to listen to people, because you'll always have some people that will call you stupid, tell you you can't do things, tell you you aren't smart enough, and all kinds of other hurtful things. That's why it's so important to not listen to people. Let's remember, Galatians 1:10 says, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. I never really listened to people much, but I did let people stop me from following Christ because some people that I loved dearly would tease me, and I didn't want to act too religious. But let me tell you, there's no such thing as too religious, because God is the one who wants the perfect life for us. And when we learn to stop listening to people and start listening to God, our lives will turn out perfectly. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us this. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. So start tonight deciding what kind of life you actually want, and then start saying no to anything that doesn't align with that. Listen to Proverbs 4:25, which says, let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you, and when you do that, you won't go wrong. Straight from God through Dawn Marie. Love you all and have a blessed rest of your evening.